Alright, hope everybody's doing well. Had a video, but I wanted to just shorten it and talk about some different things instead. So, I went to the Goodwill bin store yesterday. I haven't been in like a week. And I wanted to see what they had there. I needed some dining chairs, and sure enough, they had two green ones. Green is a weird color, but guess what? I took them because they were $1 a piece. One of the things that they're doing is that furniture is usually marked anywhere between $30, and then when it gets down to it, it gets down to $1. So every day it sits there, it gets cheaper. And so sometimes it goes down by $5 or however many dollars it goes down to. And you can get heck of a deal on furniture there. But one of the things that they're not doing is there's some smaller pieces of furniture, other heavier type of items. They do mark some of those price-wise, but there's plenty that don't get marked. And so there was a little folding table that had yardsticks glued all over it. And my friend grabbed it and said, "Oh my gosh, that's heavy." I said, "Do you want it?" And I said, "Well, I'll see." And he said, "They're not going to give you a price on that anymore." So it used to be if it weighed over a certain amount, then they would figure out some price between, like $3 to $8 or something to that effect. So this little small table cost me almost 12, which is not terrible, but still, they're looking for every excuse. So what they have done is they basically said, okay, we're going to take everything and send it off to e-com, and then we're just going to leave the rest of the junk for the customers, and then what we're also going to do on top of that is we're going to keep the prices the same, and in some instances raise the prices. So it was really ridiculous, and all the Goodwills are doing. It's just, it's very, very confusing. I still hear stories of people pulling out really expensive watches and other things, but so Goodwill is still missing stuff regardless of how hard they try to catch everything. So there was that, and I'll show some pictures of the chairs, and I think I'll show some pictures of the rinky-dink little table. It's really rickety, but it makes for just kind of a good conversation piece. I might try to put $35 on it, triple my money or something like that. So, what did I get here? Because I didn't get any mail today. I just got a $700 and some repair bill for some outdoor pump type thing, and it still won't power on. So, I think there was a switch down by the pump, and that has been removed, and maybe they thought I had some sort of switch up here. I really don't know what they were thinking. So before I pay the bill, I'll call them on Monday. I said, how do I turn the pump on? That I don't know. They said I didn't need to be here for it to be worked on, so that's just, anyway. I wasn't feeling great anyway, so I didn't, so what did I pick up here? Well, I found these 3 cassettes here, and you say, oh, you only found 3 cassettes? No, I only found 3 that I really wanted to buy. I have several friends, 3 or 4 of them. Some of them are just more acquaintances, but some of them are becoming friends, and we collect, old media like cassette tapes, like this sort of thing here. I collect very few of them because my cassette situation is not great. The one on the table here has stopped working. I used that for many years. And then there's one that's connected to my stereo, which I have since taken out, and I need to get that reconnected, but it would raise the stereo and make all kinds of mess, and I can't get it plugged in right now, so I can't listen to any of these cassettes. But I have chosen these 3 here, and I threw all the rest off to one of my friends that was at the store. So I picked up Supertramp Breakfast in America. The vinyl of this is something like $30–40 or in varying conditions. And the cassette version of this is only like $4 or $5 on eBay with really no takers. So that doesn't have much in the value. Dream Police by Cheap Trick. I have that on vinyl as well. I don't know what that sells for, but this is only about a $4 or $5 cassette. But mind you, I'm only paying like 35 cents or something close to that. So 3 for $1. And then 99 Luftballons, Nana, and it's also got 99 red balloons. I'm trying to think of the other ones on here. Lecturm. Let's see. Unerkannt, maybe? Maybe that was the one, I can't remember. Just a Dream, Let Me Be Your Pirate. Kino. Kino's a good song. If you've never heard Nana's Kino, that's a really very good song. I probably listen to that pretty soon here. So I picked up those. Then I have a few other pickups here, nothing crazy and outstanding. I don't remember exactly what I did with it all, so you probably won't get, it's just not that important. I don't show those, maybe get shown in another video here. I picked up this here. I ran out of videotapes to record for YouTube, so I'm looking for other ones here until I can find my missing tapes. I've looked high and low for those darn tapes and I cannot find them. I don't know how many there are. I recorded, several other TV programs, but I don't think the commercials are all that important or very old, so I don't want to mess with those. But I found this jet ski. It says Charlene Corey. Maybe that's Charlene and Corey. I don't know. 1991. It's pretty boring. But there's one little spot where somebody semi-wipes out and somebody has a delayed reaction to it, and it just... Oh, it's not a family or funniest videos worthy, but I might record that and just get rid of this. It's just boring. It's just people off in the distance jet skiing. One person's doing really good, the other one's not doing all that great, and then in the meantime, they show somebody's baby, off to the side there. So it's really boring, and there's only 30 minutes or 30 to 35 minutes of, and the rest of the tape has nothing on it from what I can tell. I should have probably grabbed the 1990s era Scappoose versus St. Helens football game, and there's a couple other football games on there. Should have grabbed that instead, but I don't know if anybody would be interested in like bits and pieces of a game. I can't upload the entire thing. If I had to upload a 2-hour video, that would bankrupt me. It would not be worth my time to do that, so I have to kind of pick and choose. What does Goodwill do with those tapes afterwards? I think they just go to some crazy bulk buyer that buys all the rest of it. And then the rest of it, whatever gets broken or smashed, probably goes into the trash. That I don't know. Sometimes they throw them in these kind of pallet boxes. And what they really should do, instead of doing these crazy pallets for these large amount of prices, what they need to do is do fractional size boxes that people with like 4-door mid-sized cars can purchase, and then they can put them in their car and sort them out, and keep what they want and either redonate the rest or whatever. But they cannot be doing these things for a great big truck. I'd have to rent a truck to get one of these huge pallet boxes, and they're a heck of a good deal, but unfortunately I don't need 700 or 1,000 pieces of media, as much as I really would like to have that. There's not, it's ridiculous. I can't. So what else did I get here? I just dumb little Girl Scout patch here, nut sale, 1996 to 97 with a panda on it. Unusual patch there, very dumb, worth absolutely nothing. And then I'll show you 2 more other things here, I think, and then we'll call the video a day. Catching up on some YouTube videos and some little bits of interesting content. But people said a lot of stuff is dead right now. Somebody who I think has maybe some an eBay store, they're trying to sell stuff that says dead right now. But those people who have dead eBay stores basically are not selling anything because they only have a select amount of things on there and they're not rotating their items. That's basically how that is. So it's kind of their fault, but again, I do get it. So I just found this, I'm celebrating. I don't know if I have that Disney. I collect Disneyland pins, Disney World and so that sort of thing there. But I found this while I was cleaning out here. And this is super ancient. I hope you'll be able to see this. Because it's not a great camera. I might have to photograph this at the end of the video. 1981-82 Topps, number 52 Wayne Gretzky Team Leaders. I was trying to go for the oldest Gretzky I could back in the day when I got this. It's been at least 5 years or more since I've had this probably. Probably a good 4 or 5 years. I don't really remember. And I want to say that I was not interested in slabs costing over $10. I was trying to figure out what slabs originally cost and how much. And this is a SG. It says 88 and near mint to mint 8. And I can't read these other numbers down here. There's some kind of blocked off code or numbers in the green part of the label there. And again, this is frowned upon by many people because it's like the old label. And what can you do? That says somebody's written 10 there. I don't know what 10 was there for. That is not my sticker there. So I don't know, maybe they were hoping for a 10 or maybe they thought it was a 10. This I do not know. But I was looking up comparables and right now there are 0.8s on eBay, 0.8s. But this would do terrible because, this is, so my $10 investment looking like maybe it's a $20 card now. So something like that, it's really not a big, there was a 9 that was $50, so I can't believe that this would be anywhere close to the $50. The one you really want is his base card and not like the team leaders card here. But again, I've always been a budget collector, always had, my eye on certain cards here. So I mentioned to somebody, yes, Stremski is not a person that I ever had on my radar. I just never was able to really afford certain cards. And I think I may have had some other Yaz cards back in the day, but they were either trimmed or holes punched or glued back together. I cannot remember what cards I used to have back in the day that were just super damaged, and of course I had to pay accordingly for those. So I think that's pretty much it. I want to share with this. This is Classic Mr. Bean Live full episodes, and this YouTube channel is called Classic Mr. Bean, so you can watch Mr. Bean any time of the day that you want for free on YouTube. There is just all kinds of crazy free content popping up from like any types of genres of music, 24/7, all kinds of crazy things you can watch all the time here. Just all kinds of weird suggested. There's a Jack Gulliver's Travels with Jack Black. There's weird Trump stuff off to the side here. You can't get away from that guy. Whether you love him or hate him, you just can't get away from him. Hair by Mr. Bean of London, blah blah blah. I don't know, Classic Mr. Bean. So all kind of interesting stuff here to watch. Mr. Bean and all that goobly doobly. So that is pretty much the video before I get kind of silly. I don't necessarily have a long weekend ahead of me, but I've got some crazy project that I've been working on in the garage. It required a ton of Gorilla Glue, and hopefully I can get that out of the garage once and for all. It was just, I won't go into what it was, but just something that's got broken many years back in 2018. Something got broken, and I finally got around to. I just had to say, you know what? I don't care what kind of glue I use. Spend $8 on Gorilla Glue and hope that works. And it almost didn't, but at the last minute I clamped it just right, and all's good to go for now. I gotta wait 24 hours before it completely cures. So that is all for this particular video. Anyway, just double check if you want to watch Mr. Bean videos instead of other nonsensical $10,000 flip videos on YouTube. And thank you for watching.
If it